me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akonde's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain?
尴尬。飞回实验室。
We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
好啦，我们这边的任务先帮助博士好了。这边已经是玩到哪里了，我都不知道，是不是有玩到一半我也不清楚。应该没有那么快，因为还有很多星球没有开。
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Thank you. You've brought me enough chemicals to get started, at least. I'm just sorry they came at the cost of human lives. Those poor people, they must have died in agony. What exactly was the board trying to accomplish? You say the board's trying to freeze their subjects over and over again without inflicting permanent damage? Well, they're nowhere close to solving that problem. Something about this feels wrong. I don't know why the board would ever conduct such an experiment, unless they're working on some kind of hibernation technology. I'll tell you this much. The board scientists are hopelessly lost. After years of fruitless experimentation, they've made exactly zero progress. I know! I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing about it. They've been driving our colony to the brink of destruction for decades. The board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. If we don't put a stop to them, thousands of colonists are going to die.
这不太可能是真的，但还比较有可能。
Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse, and the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers.
这个吧。
Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board.
啊，腐化了。
The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us, skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab. Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow. I do know the Hope's real massive. How's our bitty little ship supposed to skip it?
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up the Hope skip drive. Your navigational computer can handle the rest.
I've got a healthy disregard for personal safety, but this sounds crazy, even to me.
Your instincts are correct. By any reasonable definition of sanity, this plan is crazy. Isn't it wonderful? You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. Certainly. How can I help?
没有没有另外一个对话，那就
You've done fine work for Sublight. By the transitive property of reputation, I am now in Sublight's good books. Well done. What's on your mind?
既然没有那个选项，那就开始吧。哦，对，就是这个。
You absolutely should. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her. I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time. The board's going to catch up to me sooner or later. This way I'll have time to set up some particularly nasty defenses. Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty of time to prepare my defenses.
好，还有事啊 ？What？ 这么多话
？I've heard those iconoclasts have a rather... What's on your mind?
Huh?
Certainly.
Oh.
Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you, and that turned out fine, mostly. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well within acceptable margins of risk. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
怎么资讯
I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it.
哦吼，等等，我先看一下声望到怎样。哦，还是中立就好。好，那现在就是要保护，然后这个是发送追踪。OK， 他说可以发送另外一个，然后替他争取时间。我们试试看。
That should do it. You've bought me more than enough time.
好吧。
Again. My diagnosis of his mental... You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony.
OK， 跳右向下。我靠！接纳。变成接纳了，好恐怖哦！那我现在到希望号去，然后一个是找他。OK， 我可以到希望号，或者去找他。我另外一个站是不是啊？哇哦！我们去看看好不好？
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
等一下。哇靠！哇哦！我感觉好像很多太空船的样子。哇，这么帅啊！哦，这边也有卖东西的。这副光要借我干嘛？有点不太懂。是他吗？是你吗？等下我的任务怎么变成？哦，看错了，应该是他的。也是他，他怎么跟那个长得不一样？听一下吧。
I admit part of me expected you to stand by your old friend. For better or worse, Wells was responsible for putting you back on your feet. That said, he's also a wanted criminal. For information regarding his whereabouts, you are entitled to collect a reward from Percival. I understand you've infiltrated the ministry. The things you discovered there must have been shocking, even disturbing. Halcyon is on the verge of a total systems collapse. The truth is ugly and difficult to accept, but we must accept the truth before we can move forward. Malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation, followed by a breakdown of society, followed by extinction. I know this must come as a surprise to you. I imagine you have questions.
Is that why we were suffering plague in Edgewater? Malnutrition? All those folks sick and dying, and you knew why the whole time?
Yes, Miss Holcomb, we knew why. We've known for some time that Edgewater was dying. The colony itself is dying. The suffering you experienced in Edgewater, the disease, the starvation, will soon spread across Halcyon unless we act.
What's in this for you? There's gotta be an angle. There always is for people like you.
I appreciate your skepticism, Dr. Fenhill, but I'm not doing this for any personal gain. My angle is the preservation of our colony by any means possible. Nothing more and nothing less. I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony is on the verge of collapse, but there is a way to save it.
Yeah.
We need to talk about Emerald Vale. Thanks to your meddling, Edgewater is without power. Operations have ground to a halt. You've left us with a useless town draining our resources. Edgewater needs to go. I want you to wipe the town out. No survivors.
I get that you board types are all about efficiency, but isn't this a bit much?
I'm asking your captain to amputate a rotting limb from the colony. I'd expect you to understand, Dr. Finhill.
You're a monster.
Someone has to be. Now is not the time for half measures, Captain. I need a decision from you.
What?
When you diverted power to the botanical lab, you spelled the end of Edgewater. But the town is still hanging on, still living off whatever meager resources we send them. With every passing day, Edgewater leeches more of our limited resources. The town is a rotting limb, and we must be surgeons.
人命关天啊！
Edgewater's workers consume 6 times as many resources as they produce. The best thing that town can do for its colony is to die. I'm not asking you to be a murderer. I'm asking you to be a surgeon. Edgewater is a necrotic limb on the body of the colony. It must be severed. We don't have any other option. The colony is on the verge of collapse, and we no longer have the luxury of easy solutions.
I won't. You're better than this, Captain. You have to be. Don't make me choose between you and Edgewater, Captain. Between you and my people. Please.
I'm glad you can keep control over your associates. Edgewater is beyond saving. We're going to have to erase the town, but we're going to do it systematically. You were in the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. Do you remember what you discovered there? You've been paying attention. You're absolutely right. In fact, Spacer's Choice manufactured the incident for an insurance claim. They outfitted their mechanicals with a termination protocol, which is exactly what we need. The insurance claim has been locked in committee for years, but the individual responsible for the accident was promoted for lateral thinking. I'm arranging for a delivery of mechanicals to Edgewater. These mechanicals have been equipped with the same termination protocol, which must be activated from a terminal in the plant. Once the mechanicals are finished cleaning out Edgewater, I'll need you to go in and clean out the mechanicals. Understand? I would never ask you to walk into Edgewater and slaughter everyone with your own 2 hands. We're not savages. One last thing. Spacer's Choice sent a team of soldiers to investigate your little misadventure in the geothermal plant. Tread lightly. I like you, Captain, but you're not worth that much paperwork. I prefer keeping our relationship strictly off the books. Report back to me when the job's done.
Can we talk? So we're really gonna do this? I've seen lots of crazy, Captain, but Phineas is in a class of his own. Do you really think he knows what he's doing? Sending us to skip the Hope into Terra 2's orbit right under the board's nose? There's a sobering thought. Makes me want to drink. I think this whole plan's insane, but it'll make a good story, you know, if we survive. Speaking of, I get that Phineas thinks he's saving the colony, but what about you? Why risk your neck on this crazy scheme?
我也如此疯狂。
I'm gonna try to forget that you've been calling the shots this whole time. Still, all this depends on the other Hope colonists. Are they gonna pull us out of the shit? Or are we all just gonna leave a bigger, uglier stain on this corner of the galaxy? You're too trusting, and I'm gonna remember that when I negotiate for my cut of our reward, okay? Well, whenever you're ready to do this, I'm with you. Anything else?
回来太空船了，他要询问我意见啊。
I've been thinking about our night on the groundbreaker. I had all these feelings, and it was so hard to get them all out at the time.
说出来吧。
But now I got my thoughts in order, and I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady straight out. And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship.
哦。
Oh gosh, do you think so? I just figured, you know, there's nowhere she can go on Groundbreaker where folks don't know her. Here she can relax. I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease and I ain't showered in nigh on a week. Smell like sweat most days and, well, don't look too close at my fingernails.
Oh.
I was thinking, hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for bath supplies.
Oh.
I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading through Groundbreaker for something else. You don't gotta change plans on account of me. Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know. 'Cause I wanna come with.
哦，我以为你要讲什么嘞？我讲说水岸镇的事，结果你是，ice，走，就去买。哎呦，来，买个清洁剂哈，沐浴乳哈，洗发乳要不要买？啊，还有没有什么面膜？都买，跟他买哈。
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea. I've got a lovely little...
哎，对，他好像有对话。
If you're here... I think I got just the thing, my dear. High-grade shampoo and conditioner.
Oh,
scrubbing
Louis.
brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got them, too.
Oh.
What's the scrubby brush for?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
Oh?
Like grit and grime covered over with cleaner, you mean? Well, that's a smell that means we're really going places.
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear.
哦，沐浴套装，那小啊。
Want a charming copper kettle?
然后他在这边卖什么吗？哎呀，买的东西好奇，就是说这个东西怎么那么奇怪？完成任务了吗？就这样。哦，与他对话。
I hope this fancy soap we got is extra strength. I'm feeling a mite ripe. Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Salt tuna and xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called,
老婆饼。
sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax gourds. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia what specializes in sweets. Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it.
我靠！真的是帕尔瓦蒂，你应该是男的，你不应该是女的。哇！这么的会打算。啊，这前面，诶？诶？ 诶，这是让我觉得很特别的地方。
I'll keep it down.
我靠！搜刮了，在我面前，上面应该有敌人。他决定应该没听到，人都死了，你还没听到？你有病啊你 ！OK， 老婆币。也是发生什么事啊？这游戏有没有来说过哎？那两个怎么没？那个我另外一个黑人的同伴没有回来这边呢？呀呢？哎呀，他到底在哪里？我真的，哎呀，都没有记，当初没有记他说会回哪里。哦，来到这边，
I see you stuck around. That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
哇，这样，我靠，买了。
You got it. I got all the ingredients. Should only take about an hour in the oven. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady.
Oh, gosh. My tum's rumbling just smelling that casserole. The dustback casserole Mr. Raymond made smells incredible. Oh, I kind of want to take a little taste. But I'm gonna be strong. Now look how cute these cakes from Cascadia are. Someone even traced little hearts in them. I guess that settles dinner. Thanks for hauling me all over creation, Captain. Well, I was gonna, but then it hit me. I got this nice meal all planned out with music, and I got that soap to scrub up with, but I don't got nothing nice to wear,
我
Captain.
靠，你现在约会，哇！
I don't have a head for fashion, and I can't really picture myself in something clean and pretty. That place we went in Byzantium, Jellicoe's haberdashery, I bet they'd have something. I used to watch her on Aetherwave. They had a show about her, you know? Miss Celeste had a quality. Everybody she dressed left feeling better about themselves. Thanks, Captain. I know I've been asking a lot, but you help me out every time. You're the best.
Yeah， 我最好了，所以说那个水岸镇我可以把它弄掉吧。随便说说，我还是有人性的。
I love Byzantium.
哦，真的换人了哦。
Welcome to Jellicoe's haberdashery, now under new management. I'm Eleni Gupta. How can I help you? I don't know who you're talking about. The Jolicoeur brand has been associated with fine tailoring for generations. Look, could you please just lay off the questions? I don't want to get in trouble. Please?
You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons, Captain.
Turn around, please. A little slower. There we are.
That's all I gotta do? Feel like I'm in a doctor's exam.
I know just what would suit. Here's an estimate including materials, labor, and our standard licensing fees.
No.
How quaint. Not a marriage contract, but actual romance?
Mm-hmm.
Is that so strange?
You're either not from Byzantium, or you've read far too many 10-bit novels. This is the best I can do for you, Captain. Do mind the fine print. If this outfit appears on Aetherwave, you'll be in violation of Joli Coeur's copyrights. I'm pleased we could come to an accommodation. Excellent. I'll punch the patterns in and spin the machines up. It should only take an hour. All done. Custom fit. But it might be snug around the thighs and shoulders. You're a touch more muscular than our usual clientele.
It looks real pretty, ma'am. Reminds me of the rocks by my home.
对，你还没穿呢。
Thank you.
You're definitely not from around here. But enjoy your evening.
那什么看一下啊？人家还要卖什么？嗯。买一件什么？买一件来穿好了。经典服装本影，买一下好了。花了不少钱啊。
Oh, can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it.
穿给我看啊。
Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time. I just have to actually do it now. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for to fix up the air cyclers. They only carried them on big colony ships, like the Hope. I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't have to ask her to be mine. Not yet. Not for real. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a message and ask her over. Oh, this is real scary, Captain. I'm grateful for all you've done.
Oh. 情况吧。
All right. She's on her way. How do I look? Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right. Deep breath.
Wait.
Here I go.
Dad. 是啊，衣服还在我身上是不是啊？没有但是我没看到他穿啊。身为一个舰长，我也要穿那个正常一点去见他们。但是我可以收武器吗？要拿着武器很恐怖嘞。拿这个斧头也不对。
Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. He was probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that.
不能坐下。
I always thought it was funny when I get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person.
哦，真的像是男的，长那么正经，确实像个男的。
Captain, no spine.
我还要离开哦。
Take someone to watch your back, please.
我不能带他吧？他在享受
Okay, Captain, she's gone. I'm near about vibrating. I'm so excited. So she got here, and after a few minutes, she said, "Hey, do you have some new parts?" And I was like, "Nah, I used a new soap." And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she saw the spread. Well, sure you could see, but I thought maybe you'd want to know some of what was said. You ain't much of a romantic, huh, Captain? We both see enough engines in our day-to-day. There's nothing special about sitting next to another one, even if ours is real sweet. June hardly ever makes it down to Groundbreaker's mess during regular meal times, so sharing the kitchen was special. Like being part of a real family. She stood stock still and just said, "Oh, real soft." Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that dustbat casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarch person. Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about the things we learned just through messages, stuff we repaired, how I taught her to salvage and she taught me to build. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Captain. I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted, strong, smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open. Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes!
我靠！你们这该死的，你们就这样给我在一起了，我没有份啊！好了，恭喜你们。
It's all on your account, you know. Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met Junlei at all. I don't know nothing about the law or the capital P plan, but you've sure changed my life. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
OK。好，来办正事吧。我们现在去这边，看会不会有没有其他方法解决。OK， 这边有企业的人来了。Oh my god！
Describe the nature of the accident. Let's say catastrophic mechanical failure. Damn, how do you spell catastrophic again? 2 T's.
Mm-hmm.
2 R's. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. This area is currently experiencing a surprise audit. Turn around and head back to your designated workplace or domicile. Oh, yes, absolutely. A real stickler for the rules. Hard-ass Hogarth, that's what they call me. That's Hogarth with 1 G, by the way, if you're putting in a good word with the Honorable Adjutant. Don't let me get in your way. Go on through.
Yeah.来这边先暂时把一些声望提起来就好了。 人都跑去哪啦？
Processing. Security patrol initiated.
OK， 处理完毕。等等，这边的人，不会吧？对，真的都挂了。
I've just been informed that the problem of Edgewater has been permanently resolved. I know, but you acquitted yourself with honor. You performed your duty, as hard as it was. You should be proud of yourself, Captain. You're on the verge of making history. There's just one last job I need you to do for me.
还有，
I've made arrangements for you to journey to the Hope. You will board your former colony ship, reactivate its navigation systems, and skip the colony ship into orbit around Tartarus. Once the Hope is in position, we will have everything we need to begin healing the colony. The Hope has been out of commission for years. You'll need to connect your own ship to the Hope's auxiliary power supply. Then make your way to the Hope's bridge. Your ship's computer will activate the Hope's skip drive and bring you into orbit around Tartarus.
哎呦！
You've proven yourself more than capable. I don't know if there's anyone better suited to this mission than you. Give yourself some credit, Captain. You've come this far without dying in some senseless accident. Clearly, the architect has a plan for you. I have the highest faith in your abilities, Captain. You and I are going to save Halcyon together.
他说的到底是真的吗？那博士到底为什么会？但是博士选择救了我，所以是不是选一个？那也是选了我。暂时换我利用他们吧。